Hello, this is Attorney Carter Budwell, and if you're watching this video, you've just hired the Alliance Legal Group to help you with a bankruptcy, and we're looking forward to helping with you. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the documents that you've been asked to collect for us. Now, please bear in mind that the list of documents that you received is specific to you. The documents that I'm going to be covering in this video are very general that we often see all of our clients getting. If there are any documents that you have been asked to get that are not covered in this video and that you would like to know more about, please give us a call. So first off, let's talk about the identification that we're going to need. The court just wants to make sure that you are the person that you say you are. So for that, we'll just need your driver's license or your ID card. We'll also need your social security card. In some cases, the court has accepted an original W-2 in substitution for this social security card, but it's definitely best to have the social security card. Now, if you have real estate in your name, the court is going to want to see the deed and all deeds of trust on your house. Now, the deed will show your ownership of the house. You would have signed this when you purchased the house. The deed of trust shows the lien that is on your house. Your lender would have filed one of these at the circuit court in the city in which your house is located. And it is important to note that you may have more than one deed of trust. So for example, if you have a second mortgage or if you took a home equity loan, then in that situation, you may have more than one deed of trust. It's important that you get all of them. Now, in addition to them being at the circuit court in the city where the house is located, it is also possible that your lender may have a copy of these. We're also going to want to see any liens that are on your real estate, because if there's a lien on your real estate from one of your creditors, it can be much more difficult to have that creditor discharged in a bankruptcy. And again, the circuit court for the city in which the house is located will have that. We are also going to want to see your most recent mortgage statement. This will show what your remaining balance is, what you're being asked to pay that month, and will also show any arrears that you have on the principal. And we also want to see any notices of foreclosure that you get. It's very important that you let us know if somebody is threatening to foreclose the house, because this is something that we cannot undo with a bankruptcy. Now, if you don't own any real estate and you just rent where you live, we will want to see a copy of your residential lease, or if you're living with a friend or a family member, then we'll just want to see a letter or a note from whomever you live with saying what you pay. This does not have to be formal. We're more than happy to accept something on a piece of notebook paper or an email. Now, this is a very significant part of bankruptcy. In order to qualify for bankruptcy, the court has to make sure that you don't make enough money to pay your debts. And in order to do that, they use this horrible device called the means test, where they look at your income for the last 6 months to determine whether or not you qualify to file bankruptcy. So, to show them that you do qualify, we do ask that you get the last 6 months of pay stubs from your job. And we're going to want to see the last 6 months that you've received immediately before filing. So let's say if you file in August of 2021, then we will probably want to see all pay stubs going back to February of 2021. And if you're having a hard time with this, you can ask the HR department at your job to provide them. Now, let's say you receive some other form of income, like the award letter, the retirement from your job, or your social security, or disability. And I do ask your pardon for stumbling a little bit. But if you receive retirement, social security, or disability payments, then we're going to want to see the award letter for these things. Now, if you receive alimony or child support, we will want to see the order that awards this to you. If you pay this, we are also going to want to see it. Now, if you own your own business, we're going to want to see profit and loss statements for each of the last 6 months. If you don't have any of these, we can send you a template to use. You can also use these for side jobs that you do, such as Uber or just doing odd jobs for which you get paid in cash. Now, we will also need proof of your spouse's income, regardless of whether or not they are filing bankruptcy. Now, this does not mean that your spouse is filing bankruptcy. The court just wants to verify that they cannot afford to pay your debts for you because they presume that if you're married, your spouse should pay your debts before they give you a discharge. If your spouse is nervous about this, you can please feel free to have them give us a call, and we would be happy to reassure them that this does not mean that they're filing bankruptcy and it will not affect their credit report. Now, financial assets. Now, typically here we're talking about things like bank accounts or retirement accounts. We will want to see statements showing the balance of all retirement accounts that you have. So if you have a 401k or an IRA or a VRS, we will want to see a statement for that. Additionally, if you have life insurance that has any cash value to it, like whole life insurance, we will want to see the statement for that as well. Now, as to your checking and savings accounts, we're generally going to want a statement the day that we actually file your bankruptcy so that the court knows how much money you have in the account as of that day, because your checking account probably changes with much more regularity than your retirement account does. Vehicles. Now, if you have a car, we are going to want to see either the sales contract or the loan agreement, or if you've paid the car off, the title to your car. We are also going to want to see the registration. Now, it is possible that you cannot get the registration because there is a hold on it. For example, if you owe a lot of tunnel or bridge tolls, there may be a hold on that. If that's the situation, please let us know. But just know that as soon as we file the bankruptcy, you will need to get the car registered. We're also going to want to see the insurance declaration for your car. Now, these are not your ID cards. You should get an insurance declaration every time that you renew your insurance. This will show how much you are supposed to pay as a premium, and it also should show the coverage that you have. Lastly, if you are still paying on your car, or if you've taken a title loan on your car, we are going to want to see the DMV transcript of vehicle record. Now, this is not your driving record. We have had clients who have gone and asked for the DMV transcript, and they were given their driving record. The DMV transcript of vehicle record shows the court that there is a lien on your car. So, for example, if you have a 2018 car that's worth a good bit, we're going to want to show the court that there is a lien on the car, because otherwise they could potentially sell the car to pay your creditors, and you don't want that. We know that right now it's difficult to get an appointment at the DMV, so you can get this document at the DMV's website. Now, the last document that I'm going to cover is your credit counseling certificate. We absolutely must have this in order to file. The bankruptcy court requires that you do 2 bankruptcy credit counseling classes. You will do one of them before you file, and then you'll do one of them after you file. These certificates of completion will typically be sent to us by whatever company that you end up taking your credit counseling class with. Now, don't be alarmed. The class is not very long. We recommend using a company called Stand Sure to do your credit counseling with. They can be reached at 877-240-1398, and they will send us your certificate once it's been completed. So that's all that I have as far as documents go for this video. But again, if you have any other questions about your documents, please feel free to give us a call. And remember, we're only asking for documents that the court is going to want to see. We want your bankruptcy to succeed, and these documents are a vital part of that. Thank you.